Welcome back to W.P.M with Max, aka Wolf Pussy Monologues podcast. Get ready for some shit and shenanigans from the CEO of the Unicorn Division, our leader of the Wolfden Pack, the maniac behind the mic, the one and only Max. Broadcasting internationally from our lovely private studio in the city of Los Angeles. We thank each of our listeners around the globe for joining the shit show, and we sincerely hope you enjoyed today's episode.
Yo, what up, what it is? How you feeling? How you living? How y'all been? Welcome to another episode of W.P.M with Max, also known as Wolf Pussy Monologues podcast. I'm your host, Max. So glad you can join us one more time. You know what I'm saying? Me. Hope you had a great week. Hope you're feeling all right. Well, as we move right along with our asshole April, dig me, I want to talk about some thoughts and thoughts. Yeah, thoughts and thoughts. Go ahead and check out the promo flyer if you're trying to understand what she mean by that. It's all in the promo. All in the promo. Today's episode is brought to you by Raw Rolling Papers. Classic. King size. 1 1/4. Don't matter. Shit gonna taste better if it's fatter. Disclaimer, no affiliation. I just love raw papers. Anywho, moving right along. We're going to get into thoughts and thoughts. And I hope you enjoy this episode because it's a doozy. Indeed. I'm just thinking. Got my little notepad out and whatnot, have you. Just thinking, what's worse? You know what I'm saying? What have you come across, I should say? Because we had an episode of what's worse. It's kind of like a part 2 of that. You know what I mean? I'm going to give you a thought or thoughts. And yeah, we're going to talk about what's the normal response one's had. Yes, here we go. Erection loss during sex. Dick goes down. Elevator plummets in the midst of. Yeah. Or her period starting unexpectedly. Now, some of you motherfuckers is nasty, and y'all just gonna keep going because it's wetter and better, right? No. There are times, you know what I'm saying, in this world of pain when we need a real man to stand up in the rain. Get that dick on that tip. You know what I'm saying? We don't need you going down for the dip. Hey, look, whether I understand or not, whether I know what you're going through or not. Yeah, hey, look, I'm just saying, I don't really feel like I should have to finish myself off because you came to the class unprepared. You know, just be prepared. Or just say no. No means no. It's like, babe, tonight ain't a good night. Probably not going to be a good run. Got shit on my mind. You know, don't be pussy hungry. No one likes a lost erection. Shit's bad. It's bad for everybody involved. It's bad. Okay? Tongue or no tongue? How many of y'all like to, or is it mandated to have oral before or after or during? What if there's no oral? What if they just don't do it? Are you okay with that? I'm not. Yeah, no, you're gonna have to. Yeah, yeah. Which one? What do you prefer? Tongue or no tongue? And sometimes, you know, you are kind of pressed for time, maybe, or space. You may not be able to get in the right, position to do so, but you want to have a little penetration. Hey, in those instances, okay, I'll let you slide. Yeah, but only then. Yeah, moving right along. What if, thoughts and thoughts, I'm just saying, your parent walks in on you while you jacking off, masturbating, going in, taking it down? Interesting, right? Or what if you walk in on your parent masturbating? Can you fucking imagine? It's one thing to walk in on both your parents getting down. as a kid, some of us have been traumatized by it. It is, it happens when you don't lock doors. Sometimes doors don't get locked, unfortunately, and people are traumatized. Sometimes short term, sometimes long, but trauma is there. Anywho, I would wholeheartedly mm, thinking about it though, because I was about to say that walking in on your parent masturbating is worse, but really, really, if your parent walks in on you while you doing the damn thing to yourself, man, I can imagine everybody's grossed out in that situation. You, but not you're mortified, of course, but your parent is probably like, man, I did not need to know my child in that aspect. I know as part of life and growing up, you're probably going to do it. Just didn't need to witness any part of it. I know if I was a parent walked in on my child, I probably would go blind. This can't even just fuck it. I wouldn't even walk around the house opening my eyes no damn more. Motherfucker just go give me one of them blind man sticks because I'm not even opening my eyes around this motherfucker no more. Traumatize me like that. Why fuck is you doing that in my house any goddamn way? Go to the tree house or something. Shit, I don't fucking know. Anywho, sex in the woods or sex in a cab? Car or woods? Hmm. Hmm. That's interesting. Let me light my shit up. Because either way, something you may not like could very well get stuck in your ass. If you in the woods, you run the you know, you, you may run into animals, or worse, a rocker or something getting lodged somewhere that you really didn't want at that time. Yeah, or insect bite that could be fatal. I mean, woods it sounds sexy and passionate and shit until you wind up in the fucking ER from a centipede bite or some weirdo fucking beetle or some shit that you done laid on. Now this motherfucker done bit you in your ass cheek, and now you're swollen and you turn blue. Like, I'm just saying, was it worth the nut? And then in the car, you might knock that bitch out of park. You may fucking, what I'm saying, throw out a hip trying to position yourself to even get to a groove of motion, depending on what kind of car it is. But a cab, generally, not enough space, not enough space. Most like both of those are bad due to the space, the environment, just not fitting, just not fitting. Hmm, hmm. Maybe in younger years when we're all much shorter and smaller. I don't know. Um, here's one that's interesting. Thoughts and thoughts. Yes, I'm going to keep referring to it. So now you're going to get an understanding of exactly what we talking about around here. Yeah, and that's asshole April series. Yes, yes, yes. Girth or length? What is more important? Girth or length? Well, shit. Let's break it down. Length, nigga, if you're too long, if you're running around here like Mr. Ed and shit, it ain't gonna be too many pussies that's gonna allow for such uh entryway. Everybody doesn't have 12-foot door ceilings and shit, bitch. Most of us are running around here with regular sized doorways. So you can't come around here expecting everybody to be accepting of your 12-foot doorway status. Just, hey, if you got a horse dick, might as well fuck a horse. Not a human. Just saying. Girth. If you too wide, it no longer becomes fun and it's just a chore and a challenge to even get in the pee hole. So yeah, probably that's a hard one. If you're too girthy, you're not getting that much. If it's too long, you ain't getting that much. Damn. The pressure to be perfect, right? Sorry, man, but here you are. Sorry. Not sorry. What's better for you? Thoughts and thoughts? Giving or receiving oral? Wow. Now, I strongly think that the position 69 was created for those of us who have a fetish for both. You understand me? That way, two birds, one stone, everybody's happy, knock it out the park. Hopefully. Yeah, dig me. Uh, just, I mean, it's nice to just be serviced. Who doesn't want to pull up to the, full service pump and just get handled and be sent on your fucking way? That's a toughie. Mm, mm. I think we all can use a good head job every now and again. Should be mandated. Yeah, should be as often as you need to take a vitamin. Just saying. Moving right along. Would you prefer oral for hours or a quick 15-minute penetration run where you just sweating and grunting and crying and spitting and farting and boom, you both come at the same damn time and all your muscles tense up and relax at the same damn time and it's just like, oh God, I can't even look at you right now. Or hours of sucking and licking and shit. Hmm. I think, oh we that is crazy. We all like them both. We all like them both. I would say quickie penetration followed by oral for hours. That's probably the icing on the cake there. Men, men, talking to you right now. Boobs or bum? Titties or ass? Which one is the one for you? We all hear about them cakes. Men love them cakes. Clapping them and slapping them and all this and that and the third. You know. But them titties though. Them titties though. You see them first. And sometimes, based on the ass, you might see that shit at the same damn time. Yes. Handcuffs or blindfolds? All of the above for 200. Yes. All of the above. I think that's going to be a good time. I don't know about you, but I think that's going to be a good goddamn time. Do you think you are a violent fetish lover or a cold fish type of motherfucker? Just lay there and give or take and then it's over. I would say depends on my fucking attitude. If you violently loving me, then I can reciprocate that in a violently fetish lover type of way. However, if you giving me cold fish bare minimum effort type of bullshit, guess what you're gonna get in return? Just it's gonna magnify times 100 because I'm Petty LaBelle, So whatever I can do to put 100 on it, not even 10. We putting 100 on it now because you didn't even have to do all that, sir. But since you want to, saying serve me some sushi, I'm gonna serve you dumpster shit. Okay, yeah, that's how I feel about that. Yes, that's how I feel about that. Are we into sex toys? Thoughts and thoughts. I don't know about plastic and vibration and unhuman contact. Not really fan of that. Maybe if a human was operating it, probably would be more fun. Probably would be more fun. How many of y'all still in the phone sex? That shit was back in the day. That shit was the shit. Made a movie about it. Girl Six. You know what I'm saying? That phone sex shit is a motherfucker, right? How many of y'all still doing that in 2025? Nasty McNuggets. I know y'all out there probably talking to somebody right now while you listening to this shit. Nasty asses. Do we like to be sexy in the bedroom? Have our little lingerie, our lingerie going on? Or do we just take it all off? Which one do you feel like is more alluring? Hands down, lingerie. Hands down. Even if the whole shit is see through, just because I put on a costume to twirl around and be manhandled in, for you, I think is an honor. Yeah, I'm naked anyway. I'm going to be naked. But am I going to have a piece of satin hanging out the back of my ass on the butt plug? No. That's different, right? Boom. Turn you right on, didn't it? Yes, it did. hmm Some people have the toss up between oral and anal. I don't understand how the fuck that's a toss up. Oral all day, leave my asshole alone. But some people like it. Some people like that, backdoor penetration. However, we don't do that shit around here. Yeah, and I've heard from many souls that it feels good in a different kind of way. Like, for what I can remember, taking a reverse shit. See, when the motherfucker said it, I had to take a moment of silence then too, because I was just like, well, that's not the way I want that to go. I don't have fun shitting, and I can't imagine it being fun doing it in reverse either. Look, this is the shit that look, hey, people are people, right? Mm-hmm. Legs or neck? Legs or neck? Hmm. Well, being that I'm a woman, neck, not going to be kissing your legs. I might massage them. Not going to kiss them. Feels weird. Some women are different. Some women kiss you from head to toe and all that and shit in between. But and most men have hairy legs and thighs. I'm not finna get all that shit back in my fucking throat. Like, no. Fuck. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Thoughts and thoughts, ladies and gentlemen. Last thought for the thoughts. Last thought for the thoughts. Tits in your mouth or toes? What's up with you motherfuckers licking and sucking on toes and shit? And to make your dick hard, like really rock hard. Y'all be like really, really, really Viagra ready to go, certified, of sucking on toes. I mean, not that they're ugly. I will hope they're not ugly. It's just that, yeah. I don't know. I just don't. It's hard to correlate something that tickles for me anyway that much and take you seriously when you putting my toes in your motherfucking mouth. I find it hard to take you seriously. Now, if you want to kiss the top of my foot or some sensual shit, then move up. That's a whole nother ball game now, sir. But if you gonna put my whole row of toes in your mouth, you just gonna hamburger that shit, like I don't know. There's something about that doesn't deem sexy to me. It just reads, you got a fetish, and I can't believe I'm fulfilling it for free. Boom. I hope you guys appreciate this episode. I enjoyed bringing it to you. Yes I did. Yes I did. Again, I'm your host Max. Please tune in next week as we continue on this asshole April shenanigans train for our last episode of April. We are going to go with BTS in relationships. Yeah, we're going to go behind the scenes because everything that glitter ain't gold, and y'all motherfuckers think, oh, they must be so happy. Oh, they must never have issues. We're going to talk about that behind the scenes actions on relationships. Not just mine, not just yours, everybody's. Yeah, tune in next week for that. Y'all stay safe, stay out the way, stay out them streets. Love, peace, and hair grease. W.P.M. with Mags. Out.